This video is Humble Bundle affiliated.
Hello, I'm Spuds!
Disclaimer, the game I talk about in this video is a beta. Anything I mention and anything you see may be subject to change prior to the final release. Hello the people, Wildcard here. Today I have a special treat for you guys because I've had the privilege of playing a game that hasn't even been released yet. Yes, today I'm talking about DungeonBox because I backed it on Kickstarter for $45 and I think I have a sufficient amount of footage from a live stream I played it on to talk about it now. Even though I did have a mental breakdown from the sheer nonsense that went on in that stream, I think I can scrape together enough brain cells to review this game objectively and honestly. But before I begin, let me tell you about a service I honestly think is pretty cool, Humble Choice. Humble Choice is an online subscription service from Humble Bundle, which sends you curated selections of games every month that you can redeem on Steam. The games you see on your screen right now are available if you sign up this month. Now you're probably thinking, this sounds a lot like Game Pass. But there's one key thing that makes Humble Choice better. Unlike Game Pass, you can cancel your subscription at any time and keep all the games you redeemed up to that point. But why would you want to cancel when you can also access a collection of 50 DRM free titles from the vault available in the Humble app on Windows? You can also enjoy up to a 20% discount for games in the Humble store, and 5% of your subscription supports a different charity every month. This month, it's Team Rubicon, a veteran-led humanitarian organization that serves global communities before, during, and after disasters and crises. All of this can be yours for $15 a month or $155 a year by using my link in the description below. Thanks for listening and game on. Now back to DungeonBox. The first thing I should disclose is that this game does use AI. Now before you get your pitchforks and torches lined up to run me and Foxtail Games out of town, let me explain. All the elements of the campaign, including characters, settings, story, whatever, are written by actual human people. All the AI does is tweak those things according to the answers you write, as I'll explain later. The game gave me some AI credits I could use towards their Pro DM function, but to give myself as close to a proper release experience as possible, I downloaded their local AI model instead. It appears to be powered by Meta. Whether that's a good or bad thing is completely up to you. You also get to select a text-to-speech voice that reads the story aloud. By default, you're limited to the voices included with your computer, but thanks to some helpful tips from the DungeonBox community Discord, I was able to download and adapt a ton of Windows 11 natural voices for this game. Since my friends wanted someone British and whimsical for this game, I naturally selected Microsoft Ryan. As is traditional for the Jackbox style, getting in the game is as easy as pulling out a web browser device, going to a website, and entering a room code. Then you get to select an on-screen character to represent you in-game. As a Kickstarter backer, I of course got to play as Kick the Lizard Wizard. Also, for the footage up ahead, I hope you don't mind, but I recently did a live stream of this game, so that's why you're gonna see like icons flashing at the bottom and maybe a chat box on the side. It was either this or re-record the game, and I really don't want to do that. Anyway, the characters you select here don't matter for much other than your on-screen avatars, because ultimately you all control a single character, and the name of this character is actually your first prompt of the whole game. This is basically the entire gameplay loop. They give you a story bit, you respond, and players vote on the best one to use. The only difference is that during the quest, the responses also come with a random d20 roll to determine effectiveness. And this is where the AI comes into play. Based on what you voted for and how well the dice roll, the AI will take this response into consideration and adapt your story accordingly. And looking back at the footage now, it's pretty amazing how well it can put up with the chaotic and insane stuff that my friends wrote down. It gives me some mad respect for how well actual DMs can put up with insane bullcrap from their players. As you go along the quest, you get points based on how many people voted for your responses, which also gives you an equal amount of gold. You can use the gold to buy items that can make the game interesting, to say the least. You could buy a special one-time dice that always rolls 1 or 20, or you could just straight buy 5 votes on your own answer. At least the devs were smart enough to make it so the votes generated from items don't magically turn back into gold, I guess. Now, if this were actually D&D, I'd say the main point of the game is the cooperative storytelling experience you share with your friends. But just like Jackbox, this game actually does have a win condition. The winner is whoever has the most points after a predetermined number of turns in the game. I could go on to complain about random bits like the UI being unresponsive or over-responsive, or the lack of a proper resolution setting or quit button, but like I said in the opening disclaimer, this is a beta build, and anything can happen leading up to the final release. With this in mind, I'm going to judge this game based on its gameplay and the technical stuff that makes it work. That being said, my first impressions rating for this game is a Rubik's Cube out of 10. The game is a marvelous technical feat using AI to augment creativity rather than replace it. It is very accessible and fun like any Jackbox style game should be, and it works best if you don't take it too seriously like I did when I had the mental breakdown on stream. DungeonBox is a very fun game for people who like the fantasy vibe of your typical RPG, but mostly just want a game to tell funny and epic stories and see how well the AI puts them together. I highly recommend buying this game when it comes out on Steam, hopefully this winter, and a little while later for game consoles and Apple TV. So get this, I was originally going to end this video by showing the abridged cut of the entire campaign I went through with my friends, but I kinda can't do that at the moment because it's longer than this video, and it has some bad language, which normally I wouldn't mind, but with YouTube doing the restricted mode crap lately, I kinda can't take my chances. But I did upload the footage separately for people that have their stuff fixed. So if make sure restricted mode is turned off, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell for notifications. But until next time, thank y'all for watching, and a big thanks to the paid channel members, Pixar415, Raptormon132, Septile720, Wayfinder39. I'll check you guys later. Peace.